Wait, I know the last video was long and brain-numbing at 17.5 minutes, but this one is shorter. More specifically, it's
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Go for it. This entry has I have 25 ideas for what to write about during the off-season, so I'm going to give you a brief description of each of the 25 ideas, and then you vote as to whether you want to read about that entry. You can vote as many times as you'd like for different concepts. I'll keep the poll open until opening day, and so if you don't like a concept as I release this entry and then maybe you start to like the idea of it more later, you can vote for it until opening day. Now, let's see how fast I can get through these. Example of this is in the link below in my blog entry. This is what I've done for the past 2 seasons. If you haven't seen it before, check the category cloud in my blog. My retrospective evaluations of how I did last year in 2012's off-season recap and preview.
Sometimes I feel like Chucky Norris cause I don't know what a tier is. You can call me Andre Dawson cause I don't know what the year is.
I interview notable Ballhawks of your choice. I give profiles for ballhawking and otherwise of the stadiums that I've been to. I would go over ways to do different things that pertain to ballhawking, for example, how to position yourself in the stands. I'd make a video of different retrieval devices that I can make and test them against each other. Second link below, maybe do this when I have 100 email subscribers. I'm currently at 47. The place to subscribe to my blog is over there. Coming from a statistical background, Ballhawk statistics are in their early stages. For this entry, I would go and critique the stats that are already in place and whether they are actually good statistics to have, and I might even try my hand at making some new Ballhawk statistics. I've struggled with thinking which teams I actually do like the best. In this entry, I would rank my teams 1 through 30. I talk about my favorite players and explain why I like them. Pretty self-explanatory, right? I will go research all of the different gate opening times for all 30 stadiums, and I would put them together in one entry as a resource to all Ballhawks out there. I would either have this as a complement or a substitute for the Ballhawk interviews. I would go over what I bring to the ballpark on a regular basis. I would write about some blogs that just started the past season, but are much better than mine in my first year. I don't know if you know this, but I follow a bunch of blogs on the MLBlogs network. Here I would recommend the different blogs that I read and give the reasons that I follow them. A lot of people appear in my entries. This would be to better know the different people with a little information on my relation to them or why they're in the entry in the first place. I have some ideas on how to change the ballhawking entries, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. Ballhawk terms are very confusing if you don't know what they mean. In this entry, I would explain as many ballhawk terms as I can think of. I would try my best to answer any questions that you have about real baseball statistics and their purpose in just generally existing. ML bloggers have many different teams in their themes. I would take a look at the top 50 ML blogs and their themes. Thirdly, written a lot of words and spent a bunch of hours at the ballpark. How many words and hours? In this entry, I would look at how much of my life I've wasted on ballhawking and blogging. So again, vote below on which entries you'd like to see this off-season. If you don't vote now, don't worry. The poll will reappear throughout the off-season, and I might even add a few items to the poll if you suggest them or if I think of them later on. And the best part of the whole thing is I plan to have a semi-regular blogging schedule. I will publish 2 entries a week on Monday and Friday. I might even post 3 entries a week, but that will be the exception to the rule. If I post a 3rd entry in the week, it will be on Wednesday. And I will try my best to get the entries out on these days, but if I'm running behind, I might publish an entry on Saturday or Sunday if it's the Friday entry, or Tuesday if it's the Monday entry. So basically, the only day of the week that I will not ever have an entry on is Thursday. Thanks, and goodbye.